The Lord be with you. So, the Bible verse or the gospel lesson you heard, you're probably like, this is the middle of Pentecost and we're hearing about Jesus' death. What does this have to do with what's going on in this season? Well, right now we are working our way through the different themes of our Vacation Bible School with the overarching theme of shipwreck. And now shipwreck captures the imagination. It captures a child, especially the way that we decorate up the sanctuary and the rest of the church facility for Vacation Bible School and in the following weeks. It allows us to enter into a scene of being shipwrecked. As adults, what though does that mean to be shipwrecked? I mean, it can be something that's very real for many of us, and the implications of being shipwrecked by being lonely or worried or struggling, or today we can feel shipwrecked when we have done wrong. And so we feel like we've been isolated, or in my own experiences with doing wrong, I feel a little bit anxious, or I feel agitated, or if it's wronging someone else, I feel standoffish from that other person. Here's the deal. When we have done wrong, Jesus rescues. I want to start with an extreme example that calls into question and cause us to reconsider what it might mean to be rescued by Jesus from the depths of our wrongs in a world that oftentimes prioritizes vengeance and retribution. It was on September 30th, 2015 that the state of Georgia executed Kelly Gissendaner, who plotted the 1997 murder of her husband Douglas. And if you remember, this made some huge headlines. Because while Kelly was in prison, she converted to Christianity, and she had learned that in the midst of her being shipwrecked, Jesus rescued her. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's all good and well, but, if I were facing the death penalty, I'd probably do whatever it took to get there. But this was a true and genuine conversion for Kelly. Notably, she earned her theology certificate from Emory University and ministered to the other inmates and shared with them about God's love, God's grace, God's forgiveness for each and every one of them, bringing hope and love and light to their lives. I mean, even a few of them, in their despair, they even tried to commit suicide. And she brought them that hope, that light, that rescuing love that they needed. Now, as her execution date approached, a group of former inmates transformed by Kelly's prison ministry, fellow broken Christians, and many others who pleaded the state for clemency, including correctional officer Pope Francis and supporters using the hashtag Kelly on my mind. Even her adult children had joined in this petition, the ones who had lost their father. All these appeals that Kelly's sentence be commuted to life, or to life in prison, were denied. Now, hearing about Kelly and reading Kelly's story, you get the sense that she was rescued by the love, the grace, and the forgiveness of Jesus, and the way that she helped others see that Jesus still loved them. Kelly was able to see that even while she was in prison and preparing to be put to death on modern-day crosses, she was up on that cross next to Jesus. And we see that she wasn't mocking or being that mocking criminal that's sitting by Jesus' side, mocking him and deriding him, but she is the one on the other side, repentant and asking for Jesus to remember her as she proclaims her wrong, proclaims her sin, claiming the fact that she was justly condemned and must suffer the wrongs that she had done to someone else. She had placed herself before Jesus and publicly confesses the wrongs. She defends Jesus' innocence and invites others to lay their guilt at his feet too. And I'd be willing to bet that even though she was in jail, even though she was in prison, even though she had to live behind bars, she was probably freer than anyone else in that prison, including the guards who got to go home at night. Shipwrecked. Shipwrecked. I know that I have, and probably you've done some things wrong too. And you need to remember in the midst of those wrongs that Jesus rescues. When we have done wrong, though, we need to acknowledge our own culpability and release that wrong over to Jesus. To allow Jesus to be at work. To let us know that even though we might feel isolated, God's still with us. More importantly, we learn through this rescue, there is nothing that we can do that can separate us from God's love. God loves us. He wants to give us this healing and this forgiveness that we so desperately need in our own lives. If Jesus can welcome to paradise that condemned sinner that day, condemned in the state's eyes as well as in his own, what can God do in your life? What can God do? If you were to turn those wrongs over to God, and for the record, we don't plan to do these wrongs, to be put on these crosses. We can't help but do that sometimes. And we should not look at Kelly's case and say, well, I'm not that bad. I didn't kill anyone. I don't know anyone in this room, but I'm not that bad. And so, really, do I need to go this route? But we should be willing to look inside ourselves, be introspective, to be truthful, and to share with God, with Jesus, the wrongs we have committed. Maybe it's killing by words. Those moments where we make fun of someone to their face. At 8 o'clock, someone came afterwards and shared with me how they, after they heard this, they started remembering that person that they had made fun of back in grade school, decades ago. And how they stopped to ask God for that forgiveness. Because of some sort of disfigurement or disability that person had. Or maybe it's when we promote gossip and relish in someone else's downfall. And by the way, gossip has the harm to build up our own selves and our own lives. By saying, oh, my life's not that bad, or yes, and I'll be honest, I've engaged from time to time. You kind of want to hear, but it's the moment that you kind of don't want to hear, but you want to because you want to be in the know, but it's just kind of so attractive that you just, I'm going to hear what someone else is doing. But here's the thing, we might think, well, Jesus can rescue that person. But here's the deal, Jesus can rescue us when we are sitting there and listening to that gossip too. We can turn that moment into a moment where we, as we'll hear from Karen next week, we can share the story of God's love and grace to others. And we can be a steward of that by saying, you know what? That person is having trouble in their relationship right now, or that person that might be having a trouble in their job. Instead of talking about them right now, I'm hearing that we should actually be in prayer for that person. Allowing Jesus to rescue us out to that moment where we kind of want to hear and we're a little uncomfortable with it because of the implications of what that gossip means, but it's a way in which we can turn that and allow Jesus to rescue us, to be in prayer for that person, and share our faith with the person sharing the gossip with the saying, let's pray for them. That they might find some healing and reconciliation in their relationship, that they might be empowered in their career choice. Turning that around. On the other end of the spectrum, though, too, is those moments, those wrongs that we commit when we actually do nothing at all. We don't speak out against bigotry or hatred. Or we don't give an offering because we just expect someone else to take that role on. It's not mine. We bring these wrongs, which have shipwrecked us to Jesus. We can be assured that we have been forgiven. And we are pulled out of the depths of these wrongs. And we confess that we are broken, that we are guilty, and ask Jesus to remember us when he comes into his kingdom. You are assured that you will be brought into paradise. A paradise where you have been rescued from the prisons you have experienced when you have kept those wrongs inside. So this morning, turn to Jesus. Ask Jesus for that forgiveness of those wrongs. And know that when you do wrong, Jesus rescues. Amen.